Hey folks, and welcome back to another episode of DGS2 Case 5. So Gina is getting super desperate at this point in time because she does not want to hear any more talks about Gregson being the Grim Reaper, and she's pleading with Naruhodō to find the truth, find the contradiction, and find if someone is lying. So we are here now in the process of helping her out in this situation, so...
Come on! Help me, Naruhodō! Find a contradiction!
Thank you very much, Gina-san. You strengthened my Sorry. You strengthened my resolve, not straighten. What the heck?
Huh?
What are you talking about? Defense?
Among the words spoken during this cross-examination, there's been one contradiction that I just can't explain. Oh, I feel like we know what we're doing here, and it's nothing that the witnesses were saying.
What? A contradiction?
Naruhodō!
I still don't know what it could mean, but... the person whose statement contained this contradiction is... Hikari intentionally presented the wrong person, so we are also going to present the wrong person. That was Lord Van Zeeks, of course. Me? Aha! You went pale just now, as if to say, yep, you hit the bullseye. I agree, I did go pale, as if to say, you can't really think it was me.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but... I'm going to venture a guess that the evidence you're about to present will provide the answer.
In that case, defense, the court orders you to present evidence. Evidence that reveals a contradiction voiced by the pale Grim Reaper.
I can present anything. This is still wrong. It doesn't matter. I was hoping I never have to present this evidence. What do you have to say for yourself, Lord Van Zeeks? If you didn't want to present that evidence in the first place, I'd wish you just put it away, if you would. Huh?
After all, that evidence will only serve to make you yourself go even paler.
Yeah! I pray that you don't find yourself under the Grim Reaper's blade next. Too ominous. I like how did I get a penalty?
It appears that we'd do well to return to the testimony now. Be sure to study harder from now on, before the Grim Reaper comes for you.
Yeah, I guess I'm not getting a penalty for it. I guess I better listen to everything one more time. So that's it for the testimony, huh? Maybe the fact that Van Zeeks-sama appeared on the stand will be good for us. The island? Yes. I don't know why I was thinking of an island. Gina-san doesn't know anything about this, so there's no information we can draw out of her. Kazuma-sama reacted strongly to Van Zeeks-sama's words, didn't he? The part about him being a Grim Reaper on par with Lord Van Zeeks, huh? That is Sogi. I'm sure he plans to prove his guilt beyond a shadow of a doubt. And maybe that's intended to be his revenge against the man who took the life of his father. In any case, if we don't find some sort of contradiction in this testimony, the trial will likely be put to an end. Let's listen closely once more to everyone's words. Alright, go back and for real, give the right information. Okay, I'm just gonna skip through this. It's the same thing. I still don't know what it could mean, but the person whose statement contained this contradiction is Mr. Sogi over there in the corner. It was you, Asogi Kazuma.
Me?
What do you mean, defense? Prosecutor Asogi hasn't made a statement.
What do you claim that I said?
You had a slip of the tongue and revealed a certain fact in the process. If you look at this piece of evidence, I'm sure you'll understand it too.
In that case, defense, the court orders you to present evidence. Evidence that reveals a contradiction in Prosecutor Asogi's statement.
We gotta get that trunk. This is Detective Gregson's trunk.
Metal, eh? It's quite a heavy trunk. What the? This is a bloodstain, and it's still fresh.
What? That wasn't the sauce stain from his fish and chips?
The fact that there's a bloodstain left on his trunk means that the victim was carrying it when he was murdered.
Ridiculous. There's nothing regarding this trunk written in the report from Scotland Yard.
Yes, about that. It seems that one of the eyewitnesses stole it from the scene of the crime right after the incident, and tried to sell it.
And I was the one who found it, with this sharp nose of mine.
In other words, no one else should have known about this trunk, aside from those who were present when Detective Gregson was killed. Do you see where we're getting at, Asogi? However, during the cross-examination earlier, you said this, Asogi.
At the time, the detective was headed for the steamship that had made port in France. Those movements of his are confirmed by the passport found in the trunk he was carrying.
How did you know about the trunk?
France is synonymous with travel. I should think it was quite natural to assume he'd have his passport in his trunk.
The issue is the fact that you knew it was a metal trunk. Asogi, please answer me. Where were you on October 31st?
Dunkirk Harbor, on the steamship RFS Barablock. Is that what you want me to say, Naruhodō?
Asogi, you know what the implications would that be if he was on that ship? I hadn't thought of it until now, but if Asogi was there, then it could only have been for one purpose. Naruhodō-sama, you can't mean... But that would be terrifying.
You ought to know, Naruhodō. The only thing that matters in this courtroom is evidence.
I mean, I've got it, but I don't really want to present it.
When Detective Gregson went on business trips, he always carried that trunk with him. As of right now, you still haven't proven anything.
Asogi, are you saying you want me to prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt? You want me to prove that you were in the same place as Detective Gregson that day? This man was with Gregson. There's a clue that will indicate that, sleeping within that trunk. As of right now, this lead is incomplete. I still need to confirm it, but I really doubt I'm wrong.
The current state of affairs is frightening, but we cannot neglect to confirm it. The court orders the defense to indicate the clue left on that trunk. The evidence that ties Prosecutor Asogi to Detective Gregson is...
Give me 1 second, gotta open it up first. Let's have a look inside the trunk. Alright, so this is where I ran into a problem, because cursors are picky, but let's hope that it's not gonna be a problem this time. That is what he needed to say. There's a chunk in the metal here. There's a chink in the metal here, almost as if it was slashed with a blade.
A blade?
It looks like you've got it hanging from your hip again today, Asogi. The famous sword, Karma.
Naturally.
Would you mind drawing the blade? Right here, right now. I advise you not to forget. This man is the son of that murderer.
Bailiff, prepare to disarm Prosecutor Asogi.
That won't be necessary.
I'm really scared here. No! The tip. It's been snapped off. If the break in the sword matches the piece of blade stuck in the trunk, then we should have our answer as to who was at the scene of the murder. Well, Asogi Kazuma!
I should have expected as much from you, Naruhodō. That was outstanding. You dealt me a blow.
Prosecutor Asogi? Does that mean you...
I headed to Dunkirk with Detective Gregson on October 31st. In order to accomplish a certain mission.
Which means that the single companion mentioned on this passport... Yeah.
Yes, it was me.
So what was this mission?
To assassinate a target.
What? Excuse me, my best friend is an assassin. What's going on? So then, was it you? Were you the killer written in this notebook? The one who accepted the Grim Reaper's order to murder Judge Jigoku?
I'd like to make just one thing clear. I haven't killed anyone.
What do you mean?
I admit that I accompanied Detective Gregson after accepting the assassination mission. However, I never had any intention of actually carrying out the mission.
I don't know, man. You got really close to toying with something really bad here. You didn't intend to carry it out. I think we can assume that Kazuma-sama's words are the truth. After all, the reality is that Jigoku-sama is eighth, and he arrived here in London.
On October 31st, I boarded a train with Detective Gregson. Then we left from Dover Harbor and crossed over to Dunkirk, France. We were headed for a cabin in the RFS Barra Block, the place specified in the plan.
And that was Jigoku-sama's cabin, wasn't it?
Indeed. Judge Jigoku wasn't in his cabin. We attempted to wait for him, but
you had no intention of carrying out the mission.
I didn't come to the Great British Empire in order to kill anyone. So I left Detective Gregson and disembarked from the steamship. And I spent the night in an inn in Dunkirk. The next day, I returned to England.
You stayed over in Dunkirk.
If you check the inn's guest book, you'll find my signature in it. Confirming it would be simple.
In that case, what happened to Jigoku?
That detective wasn't a murderer. I'm sure Judge Jigoku survived. As for what happened after that, it's incredibly easy to deduce based on the situation. Detective Gregson failed to take care of the target and returned to England. And he probably gave his report to the Grim Reaper in that room on Fresno Street. The Grim Reaper, upon hearing the report, pulled the trigger. In order to dispose of the poor pawn that failed his mission.
Okay, but that still doesn't explain.
That's the truth behind Detective Gregson's murder.
So why is there a cut in Gregson's trunk with your sword? However, if you intend to claim that you didn't do anything, then why? Why was the tip of your sword embedded in the detective's trunk?
I don't need to answer that.
Excuse me?
The victim's cause of death was a shooting. The tip of my katana has nothing to do with this case. Therefore, I will remain silent on this matter.
Okay, that's kind of fair, but also, like, why? I'm with Baroque here. I'm just like, no, I don't want to let this go.
Anyway, the court orders the katana to be presented as evidence at once.
As you wish.
Famous sword karma. A famous sword passed down through the Asogi clan. The beautiful sword's tip has broken off.
There's something we must confirm at once. Is Jigoku Seishiro truly safe right now?
But, safe?
A fair point. It is incredibly important. According to what I've heard as of yesterday, no one can confirm whether Mr. Jigoku is still alive.
Right, we've actually haven't seen Jigoku for a while now, haven't we? How did you...
If a guest of the Great British Empire were to go missing for an entire day, then we must assume that it's because something happened to that person.
You can't mean that he... Are you saying that Yoshikoku has already been murdered?
The Grim Reaper has more than one pawn at his disposal. And it would have been possible for him to give the orders for an assassination from his cell. Isn't that right, Lord Baroque van Zeeks?
Only if I were the Grim Reaper in the first place. Screw you. Quite literally.
Order! Order! The trial will be put on emergency hold starting now for the next 30 minutes.
Hold.
Those invited for the symposium are required to remain in contact with headquarters. If headquarters is unable to confirm Mr. Jikoku's safety within 30 minutes, then the only thing we can conclude is that the worst occurred.
No! Jikoku-sama!
No one would have any reason to murder a Japanese person who only arrived in the Great British Empire 2 days ago. Except for one person. A certain tenacious Grim Reaper who was unable to bring him down 10 years ago.
I have to agree with you there. Defense, Mr. Naruhodō.
Yes, Your Honor.
For your sake as well, I pray that we are able to confirm Mr. Jikoku's status during the course of this 30-minute recess.
Huh?
Now then, the court will now take a 30-minute recess.
Where has Jikoku been? Like, if he's been missing for a day, and we only have 30 minutes to find him, like... So Kazuma-sama was an assassin for the Grim Reaper. It feels like something straight out of a nightmare. Oh, me too, man. I'm feeling this. I don't want to believe it myself, but... he's not the type of guy to make up pointless lies. I have a bad feeling about all of this. We learn that something has happened to Jikoku-sama. Consequences that awaits us is likely the worst possible one. I've been able to feel it ever since today's trial began. The sense that some overwhelming force is pushing us towards a predetermined conclusion. But we only have 30 minutes left. I don't know what we can possibly do besides wait. There's one other course of action available to us. Or perhaps I should say, one course of action. Oh! The home-san Iris-chan gave us. In today's trial, if you find yourself driven into a corner that you can't escape, just try pulling Mr. Bunny's ear as hard as you can. We might just be in such a situation right now. What should we do? Should we pull Home-san's ear? Pull it? Don't pull it. Pull it, of course! In that case, let's just throw caution to the wind and do it. Right. I'll watch over you. One manly pull coming right up. Huh! Ow! That scream! It was Home-sama! Home-san? Where are you? Here! I'm right here, folks! The stuffed animal! It's talking! Let's try pulling it as hard as we can one more time. Alright, one more manly pull, coming right up. Ow! Hey there, don't just start yanking whenever you feel like it.
Home-sama, where are you right now?
Oh, little old us? Us. We're currently on board the steamship RFS Barra Block in the first-class cabin hallway.
The RFS Barra Block?
This steamship finished unloading its cargo yesterday and has departed from England. Currently, it's made port at Dunkirk Harbor. It'll depart again in half an hour.
Dunkirk? You mean France?
Even I'm not capable of leaping over Dover Channel, you see. Yesterday, we caught a carriage, then a train, and a few other things, and came racing over in order to get aboard this steamship.
No way! Does that mean you figured it out? You figured out that the RFS Barra Block was the true crime scene?
Try saying my name for me, would you, Mr. Naruhodō?
The greatest detective in the world, Sherlock Holmes.
That's right! Good lad, Mr. Naruhodō.
All I can say is that I ought to have expected as much. Ow!
Miss Susato, don't yank my ears so recklessly.
Oh! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
May I cut in, Holmes?
How long have you been there, Mikotoba?
I believe I was the one who found the RFS Barra Block. I happened to see a certain notebook at the police station and remembered about the ship ticket.
So, we don't see Mikotoba. I'm assuming we're playing from Mikotoba's perspective right now. Of course I know that. I just wanted to hear them say my name. Of course.
Well, be that as it may.
We're in a recess right now. I can't talk today. We're in a recess right now. The trial will be reconvened in about 30 minutes. But if we aren't able to indicate a new clue at that time...
Don't worry, that's precisely why we're here. I'm sure we'll have good news for you in the next 30 minutes.
Oh man, Holmes-san, thank you so much.
Now then, contact me again later.
Right, bye then.
Ow! Hey, you're pulling my ear again!
Why did you design such a telecommunications device, Holmes?
Don't ask me, it was Iris who made them! So, like, if you pull by the ear, it pulls by the ear. If you pull it by the arm, will it tug you at the arm? Or your butt? If you pull from the butt? I'm very mature.
I understand how much fun you have playing Savior, Holmes, but... The RFS Barra Block will be departing in 30 minutes. If we don't hurry our investigating along, we'll end up in Napoli, Italy next.
You make a fair point, Mikotoba. In that case, let's hop to it.
Cabin 2 of the first-class cabin block. That's definitely his cabin. But we seem to have one small problem. The crew member in front of the door is glaring this way.
What are you two up to over there? I should think you'd be able to tell by looking. I'm the great, world-renowned detective. Actually, the one who doesn't ring any bells here is you. Anyone would be able to tell. I'm first mate Mapotov Stroganov. And a fan of Holmes, apparently? You detective. Ha! Who believed that? Look at this, Mikotoba. I never imagined I'd meet one of my huge fans in a place like this.
Is this a tattoo? It says Holmes.
Even I feel a little conflicted about being loved like this. What the hell are you talking about? No, who cares? Just go away. What a sad little man you are, knowing my name but not recognizing the real thing. Now then, for you, my dear fan, I shall demonstrate a deduction. You have a brother. He's likely a sailor as well. And he looks to be traveling the world on a Russian steamship. What? How do you know that? Oh, come now, it's elementary, dear Mikotoba.
Don't say it to me. Actually, I was making my way to London on this very ship 3 days ago. I'm searching for a certain passenger, a Japanese man named Jigoku.
There's no such person aboard this ship.
But I know he bought a ticket.
Ah, if it is that Oriental you're looking for, he disembarked 2 hours ago. I believe he said he has something come up that he had to take care of, here at Dunkirk Harbor.
What? Is that true? Jigoku, did he notice we were chasing him?
Pardon me, but that's his cabin, is it not? We'll be having a little peek inside. Not a chance! I was ordered not to allow anyone to enter this cabin! Mikotoba, you distract him and we'll use that opportunity to investigate. Try saying whatever you think to make him leave that spot. Hey. Hey, great detective. I've got ears, you know, and 2 of them at that. Damn it! There goes my plan! It wasn't a very good plan, Holmes.
I'm afraid the blame for that rests solely with you, Holmes.
You might as well give up. This door is tightly locked. Even if I were to walk away, you still wouldn't be able to get in. Mikotoba, perhaps you recall my special skill.
He can pick any lock.
5 seconds. Just buy me a little time, then we'll be golden, partner.
You're as unreasonable as ever, I see, partner. I need to get that crew member to look away for only 5 seconds.
Well, I'm counting on you. The game is afoot. Alright, we have to stop here because we are now out of time and going slightly over. So let's figure out how Mikotoba solves this issue in the next video. I'll see you guys then.
Prosecutor Asogi hasn't made a defense. Because he's a prosecutor. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I haven't killed anyone. I just performed physical assault. There's a difference.